Hey YouTube, Logan here with Hideaway Homestead, coming to you today with a video update on the Lazy raised bed. And this here's an experiment, kind of doing the planting style of Sepp Holzer, and basically just sowing seeds at random in polycultures to get a balanced ecosystem that will grow and produce food. Now, I'm going to have to probably end this experiment and come back to it later, because this here is a failed experiment. The rabbit manure, I've always planted into it, trees and other plants and stuff, and it's done great. For some reason this time, I don't know if it's just that, well, there's several factors. Let me start with all of my, I guess, theories on what might have happened with this bed. One thing is it hasn't been that long since I did it, so some of the seeds still may come up. So I guess we shouldn't call it a failure just yet. Some of the seeds are probably not germinated yet, but one of the things that I noticed is I came up here one day and it had all been scratched and messed up, and there's a good chance that the chickens came through here and found some of these seeds and said, oh boy, we got a meal. The other thing is I dig into this a little bit, and I don't know if it was just because there was so much urine or the moisture content was right, but this here started, I think, to compost. It's kind of warm. So it makes me think that there's a chance it was composting. The chickens may have ate some of the seeds. Another thing is some of those seeds that I had were leftover seeds from a year ago, I think, or maybe two. And seeds do start to lose their ability to germinate as the years go on, so there's a chance that some of that played into the failure of this experiment. Like, I shouldn't say failure yet, because we haven't seen if the plants are going to come up or not, but one thing that I know that I'm going to do to change this experiment and make it not a failure is to turn it into another experiment. I'm going to probably either take some comfrey root or something and plant around this tree if the annuals don't come up, and we'll just try that, another time. Now, one of the reasons that I say that it might be because of the rabbit manure is because over here I have a not failed experiment. This is kind of the same thing with the Sepp Holzer. This is where I planted my sweet corn, and I kind of just threw it out mega lazily and said we're gonna see if it'll grow in a block. Let that car get by. See if it'll grow in a block, and have it to where it's like no maintenance. Now the chickens, I think, came over here too, and it rained some, but the little corn plants are coming up and doing pretty well, and I think that they will grow up, and some of them will get out competed. I'm gonna pluck some of this grass here that's growing with them, but I think that we actually might get some corn from this little plot. The thing is, I'm experimenting with a lot of these gardening techniques just because I want to be able to have some low maintenance techniques, and two, with everything else that I got going on, it's been really hard to have any kind of annual plants. But talking about experiments, this is not really an experiment, but this is just an update on the little catawba tree. As you can see, it's growing really well, got nice green leaves. This probably grew maybe about 3 to 6 inches, and this hill and crater, the pillow and cradle method is doing wonderful. I need to come through here and cut again and mulch everything since we're getting some rain. But I know when it rained the other day, this here filled up and was nice and moist and soaked in, and the tree's sending down the roots deep enough that it can get that moisture whenever it wants to, and it can also stay up here and be dry and oxygenated. So that's the whole reason of doing these experiments, is to be able to find what works and find methods that are gonna better your gardening and your animal husbandry and everything. So there's some thunder. I think we might be getting some rain here soon. But I will tell you this, one thing that has really done well with this experiment is the tree is growing like crazy. I've got to come in here and take this off. I got to cut off here on this branch, and here, to give this to the rabbits, because I've got my rotation down here that's already been cut. Here's the first one that I did back probably, I guess it's been a month and a half ago, and you can see it's already got good 2-foot shoots on it. And then this one here's got nearly 2 foot, maybe like 1.5 foot shoots, and it was done just a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks after. This one here is putting on some good little shoots. It was done a couple of weeks after that one. And then this one here that was the most recent has little shoots coming up on it. So as soon as I cut these down, that'll have it all in a rotation to where maybe I can come through and do just every 2 weeks, come and take some off of this. But eventually, when I've got enough trees, I'm gonna go through and I'll probably have these, rather than them being on a rotation like that, I'll probably have it to where it's like a 3 to 5 years, and you'll get big old growth like this, or even bigger. It'll be just tons of fodder. So anyway, that's kind of just updates on several little things. Gonna put the lazy raised bed experiment to rest. A pun kind of intended on that. And see what else we can do here. I think once this has cooled down some, because I think just about anywhere I come in here and put my hand in, it feels a little, well, that there actually feels kind of cool. But it's a toss up of what actually happened with this and why it didn't work. It could also just be because everything is so dry. You'll notice this manure doesn't really hold water well and can dry out pretty easily. And that there may actually be the reason, because over here, this was finished rabbit manure that was turned into basically worm castings. So this here is a more finished, broke down product compost than this over here. So that may have something to do with it, the water retention that was given to that other soil that the corn grew in. And it could be seeds. That's over there was bought fresh seeds. So we shall see. If you like this video, if it was helpful, if you have anything to add, just leave that down in the comments. Leave a like on the video, subscribe for more content like this, ring the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.